Hi, I'm Joe Costa, and welcome to Storytime in Puffville. Today I'm going to read to you my book entitled The Naughty Puffs and the Incredible Shrinking Machine. And in this story, you're going to meet the Naughty Puffs, and they are not very nice. And the Naughty Puffs are going to learn that they have to be responsible for their own actions, and they might have to deal with some consequences. So grab the family, sit back, relax, and enjoy The Naughty Puffs and the Incredible Shrinking Machine. One beautiful sunny morning, Zach and Kaylee were woken up by a tapping sound outside their bedroom window. Zach, what's that noise? I don't know, Kaylee. Let's take a look. They looked out the window to find their new friend Layla Puff flying around. They opened the window and invited her in. Hi, Zach and Kaylee, Layla Puff said as she flew inside the children's bedroom. I have a surprise for you at Puffville. Wow, a surprise? We'll get dressed and meet you there as soon as we can. Zach and Kaylee quickly changed into their play clothes and journeyed through the forest to meet Layla Puff at Puffville. Layla was waiting at the front entrance with a new Puff friend whom Zach and Kaylee hadn't yet met. When Zach and Kaylee got there, Layla Puff introduced them to her friend Elliot the Inventor Puff. They had some type of strange machine with them. What is that, Layla? Asked Zach. It's a shrinking machine, replied Layla Puff. Elliot the Inventor Puff built it. Now I can shrink you both and you can fit inside Puffville to visit and play. There's a big carnival today with games and rides and cotton candy. Wow, really? Zach excitedly asked. We're ready to go inside Puffville. What do we have to do? Layla Puff told the children to close their eyes and hold hands. Then she flipped the switch on the shrinking machine. There was a loud humming noise and a bright flash of light. Okay, open your eyes, said Layla Puff. The children slowly opened their eyes. They were the same size as their new Puff friends and would finally be able to see the inside of Puffville. This is fantastic, but how will we return to our normal size? Asked Kaylee. I'll just flip the switch in reverse and you will go back to normal size, replied Elliot. Zach and Kaylee were very excited. Welcome to Puffville, said Layla. Come on in. Elliot then said, You three go and play. I'm going to stick around and make a few minor adjustments to the shrinking machine. He then climbed inside of the machine to make his adjustments. Little did they know that while all this excitement was going on, someone was lurking in the shadows, spying on them the whole time. Who was it, you ask? It was the Naughty Puffs, and they brought along their mean bulldog puff named Bully. Bully was wearing his black spiked collar with his name on it. He is the meanest dog in Puffville. Once inside Puffville, Zach and Kaylee met all kinds of different Puffs. They met Puzzles the Clown Puff, Presto the Magician Puff, Razor the Rockstar Puff, and Lionel the Lion Tamer Puff. Even King Puffington was there to greet them. They spent all day at the carnival and rode the carousel and the Ferris wheel. They even played games and won prizes. All that fun made Zach and Kaylee hungry. Let's get some ice cream, Layla Puff suggested. We love ice cream, but we don't have any money to pay for it. That's okay. Puffs don't use money. We pay with Cuddles, Layla Puff told them. Cuddles? Asked Kaylee. Yes, Cuddles, replied Layla. Just watch. Layla Puff went into the ice cream shop. Inside was Jellybean Puff, the shop owner. Hi, Jellybean. 3 vanilla cones with extra rainbow sprinkles, please. That'll be 3 Cuddles, said Jellybean. Layla Puff gave him 3 of the nicest Cuddles and made the cutest cooing sound. Zach and Kaylee said, That is so sweet. I wish we could pay for things with Cuddles. While the new friends were having so much fun, something very bad was happening. The Naughty Puffs didn't want Zack and Kaylee to be able to return back to their normal size, so they decided to steal the shrinking machine. Little did they know that Elliot, the inventor Puff, was still inside of it making some adjustments. They also didn't realize that Bully's collar fell off when they started to head back to Naughtyville. Let me tell you about the Naughty Puffs in case you've never met them. You see, the Naughty Puffs are just that, naughty. They are very rude, they lie and cheat at games, they don't brush their teeth at bedtime, and they have very bad manners. King Puffington tried his best to make them behave nicely. He even sent them to sit on the naughty stool, but even that didn't work. The only thing the king could do was send them to live in Naughtyville, a small town at the end of Puffville. It is not a very nice place to live. It's very dark and dirty. It doesn't smell very nice, and even rainbows are afraid to go there. This is the inside of Naughtyville. As evening approached, Zack and Kaylee knew they had to head back home for dinner. Layla Puff agreed. As they neared the entrance to Puffville, Layla shouted, "The shrinking machine! It's gone! And where is Elliot?" "Oh no," Kaylee screamed. "What are we to do? We can't stay little forever. We have to go home for dinner." Layla saw something on the ground where the shrinking machine was earlier. She picked it up and shouted, "I know where the shrinking machine is." "Don't worry, we'll get the shrinking machine back. I have a plan," said Layla Puff confidently. She created an invitation for a fake surprise birthday celebration with the Naughty Puffs as the guests of honor. Then she had Marty the mailman Puff deliver it to the Naughtyville Clubhouse. That's the place where the Naughty Puffs hang out and come up with all of their naughty ideas. When the Naughty Puffs read the invitation, they said, "Hey, look, those silly Puffs are throwing us a big surprise birthday party. Now that we have the invitation, we can ruin the surprise." The Naughty Puffs then headed out towards Puffville, and Layla, Zack, and Kaylee headed towards Naughtyville. Just as the Naughty Puffs left, Elliot, the inventor Puff, finished his adjustments on the shrinking machine and popped his head out. Much to his surprise, he was no longer at the entrance of Puffville. He was in Naughtyville. He was not happy about this. In fact, he was very frightened because he wasn't exactly sure how to get back to Puffville. Naughtyville was a very gloomy place, and there weren't even any colors. Everything was black and white. What a horrible place to be stuck in. Then all of a sudden, Elliot heard a loud growling sound. He turned around and saw a terribly frightening sight. It was Bully the Bulldog Puff. He was big and mean and scary and had big sharp fangs. He growled and drooled while sniffing Elliot as if Elliot was to be his next meal. Elliot just stood there frozen with fear, trapped in a corner, and closed his eyes because he thought it was the end. Right when Elliot and Bully were face to face, Elliot heard a loud humming noise and saw a bright flash of light. Could it be, he thought? It was Layla Puff, Zack, and Kaylee. They found him and they used the shrinking machine on Bully. He was so tiny now and couldn't do harm to anyone. He made little tiny, high-pitched barking sounds as he ran away. Elliot was saved! "Thank you so much for saving me. But how did you find me?" Kaylee replied, "We found Bully's collar at the entrance of Puffville, so we knew the Naughty Puffs stole the shrinking machine. We took a guess that they hid it in their clubhouse, and we were right." Layla then remarked, "Now that we found you and the shrinking machine, we have to get back to the entrance of Puffville and return Zack and Kaylee back to their normal size so they can get home for dinner." The children and their two Puff friends quickly wheeled the shrinking machine back to Puffville without delay. "Layla, your plan really worked," said Zach excitedly. "But don't the Naughty Puffs know that it's not Edit. The children and their two Puff friends quickly wheeled the shrinking machine back to Puffville without delay. "Layla, your plan really worked," said Zach excitedly. "But don't the Naughty Puffs know that it's not really their birthdays?" Layla replied, "No, Zach. The Naughty Puffs are not very smart because they refuse to go to school." Once they got to Puffville's entrance, Layla said, "Okay, close your eyes and hold hands. I'm putting the machine in reverse so you can return to normal size." Once again, the incredible shrinking machine made a loud humming noise and a bright flash of light. The children slowly opened their eyes. They were normal size again. Hooray! "Thank you for an exciting, adventurous day, Layla," said Kaylee. "We can't wait to visit you and the rest of the Puffs again real soon." Layla said, "Have a safe trip home, and I have a feeling we'll be having plenty of adventures together." As Zach and Kaylee journeyed again through the forest back to their home, Layla went to King Puffington's castle, where all the Puffs gather each night before bed for delicious cake. Just at that time, the Naughty Puffs also arrived at what they thought was their surprise birthday party. But Layla Puff had already told the king what the Naughty Puffs had done. King Puffington informed the Naughty Puffs that there was no surprise party for them, and as punishment, they were to immediately return to Naughtyville without having any delicious cake. The Naughty Puffs were not happy that once again their bad behavior cost them their cake. King Puffington reminded them that being nice was much better than being naughty. "When you learn that, you can have all the cake you want before bed," the king proclaimed as they walked back towards Naughtyville. Meanwhile, Zach and Kaylee made it home just in time for dinner. Tired from such an exciting day, they went to bed early that night. In their sleep, they dreamed of rainbows, cotton candy, carousels, and ice cream cones with extra rainbow sprinkles. They were so happy that they got to go to the carnival inside of Puffville and that they had made so many new Puff friends. Zach and Kaylee knew that many more adventures lie ahead in Puffville. Don't you wish you could visit Puffville? I know I do. The end. Thank you for letting me join your family today. I hope you enjoyed my book. All of my books and t-shirts are available on my website, puffworld.com, and my books are available on amazon.com. You can follow Puffworld on Facebook and Instagram, and you can subscribe to my Puffworld YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you in Puffville.